Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be taking a look at a replay which was sent in to me by Pilot784Cubed, who is a mod on my server, as well as having his own YouTube channel, which, you know, looking at his channel, he has a lot of very nice kill montages, so definitely go give it a look. There'll be a link to that in the description. But anyway, back to this game. He is driving the Hori prototype, of course, the Japanese Tier 4 Premium SPG, and he's already gained his first frag. Now, he started off by capping this point, the C point, and, you know, he's found a very nice position, hiding behind that rolled over tram, which is giving him a very nice sort of camping position. Now, with this tank, it is worth noting that the gun, first off, is definitely best for long range, very good in that role, and as an SPG, you want to be keeping to long range, because obviously it's not going to be a good brawling tank, as you can't really traverse your gun around as fast as a tank with the turret. And there's his second frag, so he's doing this fairly easily. Now, one big thing about this tank that at least I really love is the frontal armor on basically the gun area, which is just this massive hunk of armor that will bounce majority of the shots that will hit it, even in up tiers. Of course, the lower part of the chassis where the driver is and the engine, that is a different story, as you're going to see in a minute. As you can see there, it went through and has taken out his engine transmission, so he's going to have to repair that. Although he has still been able to get a few kills already and the base cap. And there we go. See, it did bounce there. Now, this gun is very good. Now, this looks to be an up tier game, so that shell didn't go through, but it did still get a fairly on-target hit. Again, it didn't bounce. The Russian tanks, I find, with the Hori prototypes gun, the Russian tanks are the ones that you tend to have issues with. They're the ones where it will bounce most of the time. So definitely something that you want to be very careful of. At least, in my opinion, at least, you want to be careful of that. Now, as you can see, two mouses have just gone past, and he has just killed another tank, so that's his third frag of this game. And as you can see, he has the majestic tiger decal on the side of that, as well as what I believe is the Gladiators tournament decal on the back of his tanks. So, very nicely decorated tank there, Pilot. Well done. Now, as you can see, there's an enemy tank around this corner. Of course, this was in RB, so he wouldn't have been able to see it was there. He must have just been guessing from seeing the gunshot. But that was an M56 Scorpion. As you may know, with that tank, you can kill it with a machine gun. There is pretty much no armor around the cruise, so very easy to kill that one. Now, what he's doing is he's just pushing towards the enemy base, trying to cap it. Now, he knows he has to be careful, because there's likely going to be enemy tanks, and there is a Russian tank right there. Now, you know, the Russian tank's moving along, looks to be a T-54. He hits the turret and it ricochets, it doesn't do anything. And as you can see there, it basically bounced the shot, that frontal armor, it just absorbed the shot without any damage being taken, which is what I do really love about this tank. Now, that Russian tank's being a bit stupid. He's got this big tank destroyer, which at close range will kill him, coming straight towards him, and what is he doing? He's focusing on another target, which he's well defended from anyway. So this gives Pilot a chance to just drive straight up towards him, stop right in front of him, and hit him where he knows it's going to hurt, which is right down there on the side of the chassis, and fire. There you go. As you can see, knocked out the crew, and now he can start capturing the point. Now, as you can see, there are some enemy tanks coming down from their spawn. Pilot takes the opportunity of these dead corpses to hide behind them, and that's another kill. So, see, pretty decent this tank for sure. I have made videos on it before. I think I also made a kill montage with it, so definitely not too bad. But as you can see, the base is now uncapped from the enemy team, and the friendly team is capturing it. So definitely a good job so far of pushing on the enemy. The next step, obviously, is going to be going for the A point and moving up on them from where they wouldn't be expecting it. And, you know, as we can see from the replay, there is an enemy air vehicle inbound, as well as an enemy tank just around that corner. So now that the base is capped, he's going to move up towards that A point and try and take that so that his team have all of the bases acquired, which will then, of course, allow them to drain the enemy points faster and give their team more of a chance of victory. So next to him, it looks to be an early Leopard. As I said, this game is an up tier for this vehicle. Most of the time, I find you get down tiers, but every so often you get an up tier. And as you can see from this game, it does work out. Now, it appears you can see an enemy vehicle over there, which we can see from the actual player tag. Of course, in the actual game, you won't be able to see that, but you can see the top of the turret, and he is dead. It was an M56 Scorpion facing away from him, which means as soon as the shot basically got near the crew, it basically destroyed them. Now, he does need to keep an eye out, because currently he's on the side of the enemy, and they have the A point, so they could be anywhere waiting for him to come along. But, you know, he's doing a very good job of looking around. There is a enemy helicopter, an AH-1G. He tries to shoot it, but unfortunately misses. But not to worry, he will definitely be refocusing on that heli very, very soon. So what he does, he realigns his gun, gets aimed up, waits for the heli to make a mistake of basically going into hover mode. And that's when he will strike. So as you can see, the heli's stopping, fires a shot. And there we go, the AH-1G is down, with Pilot getting the kill, which is definitely a lot of skill there, and that's the great thing about this tank in terms of shooting down slow-moving air targets. The round is very, well not very, but it's fairly high velocity, which means that the range bars are very close together, so it's very easy to do long-range shots. And as you can see, he is now capping the A point. Unfortunately, the enemy team has uncapped the C point, which Pilot is now going to go and investigate. There is an enemy tank there. So it is worth being careful, but the enemy tank has just gone in between some buildings, so he's going to move down there and see what he can do to help out with the situation. But it is definitely worth saying this game has definitely gone really well so far. Big thanks to Pilot for sending it to me to make a video on. It is a really nice game. As I said before, his channel link will be in the description, so go and give that a look, and subscribe really, and like his montages. They are very nicely edited montages, so definitely give that a look. But anyway, there is the enemy tank. He comes around the corner. The tank is not realizing he's there, and kaboom, he is dead. Hit the back of the turret, ignited the ammunition, as well as fragmenting and killing the crew alongside the ammunition destruction, and now he's going to move back towards the C point to try and recapture it. Now, usually with my games in this, I find it's a 50-50. Some games I do very well in. Some games you'll find that the enemy team can just pin you down quite easily. Of course, with SPGs, if your tracks or engine are taken out, it can be incredibly difficult to actually turn your gun and get it on target, depending on where the enemy is. But as you can see, is now capping the C point, which will obviously get the enemy points down. Their points are getting fairly low already, so shouldn't be too difficult to win this game at this point. But now he is moving in back up towards the B point. Looks like he can see an enemy tank moving on B. They are capping now the B point. So just, I guess he's going to see what he can do. Looks like we have got an enemy vehicle there. So he's, I suppose, going to move in and see what he can do to help. As I said earlier, the frontal armor of this tank on the chassis isn't the best. But it is very heavily armored. Not armored, angled. Which obviously angling helps with ricocheting shots and bouncing, those sort of things. So it is still fairly effective. And there is an enemy tank just there, so he's sort of been pinned down by two enemy tanks. Needs to try and take some of them out. He is slightly angling both pieces of the armor, especially even the turret one he's angling, which will help to bounce some of the shots that may come in. But, oh, yep, there we go. So that tank made the mistake of going up over the hill, where Pilot was able to get a shot through the lower frontal plate, which then obviously fragmented and knocked out the entire crew. There is the other enemy tank just sitting there. T-34. Yep, there we go. T-34 has now lost some major components of his vehicle. Pretty much dead now at that point. So moving into the base now to cap that base. There we go. So this is the second time he's captured this base. This is going to be his fourth base cap in the entire game, which is definitely not anything to be ashamed of. A very, very good result right there. And of course, still keeping an eye out for any possible enemy vehicles that might try and move up on him to try and take him out. But, you know, even at this point, it is worth saying this game is absolutely brilliant. Very, very good gameplay. Lots of kills. Shot down a helicopter. You know, not too bad at all. But keeping an eye out, moving towards the enemy spawn, definitely something that is, at this point in a game, fairly necessary, just to stop the enemy moving back towards the bases. If you can spawn camp them near the end of the game, that is sort of something I agree with doing, just so you can prevent them from actually recapping any bases. And there is another enemy in the spawn, so he's slowly moving up on him. Oh, there we go. Oh, that didn't go so well. We did take out a track. Oh, what's this? Oh, it looks like we've got an SPAG. This could be the end of him. Although he is, at the moment, getting fairly lucky with the armor. I have seen cases where the SPGs, not SPGs, the SPAs can actually go through certain places and kill your crew. But it looks like he might have made a mistake there by driving into that building. So Pilot might be able to get around now and successfully take him out. We'll have to see though. Can he do it? Or is he going to be stuck? Oh, yes. Looks like this could be a good kill. Is he going to get the kill? That's the question. There we go. That SPA is dealt with now. Definitely not too bad now. I think he's going to sort of flank around and try and take out that Pershing, who was being a bit of an annoyance a minute ago. Just got to keep an eye out, because he doesn't know exactly where the Pershing is at this point. And there he is, pulling out. And that is his 10th kill on a ground target. So, but unfortunately for him, the game is going to come to a fairly swift end rather soon. It is likely that his team does win this game, obviously, at this point. It is a very good game so far, and they're very definitely going to win it. But I must say, very good skills from Pilot784 with this vehicle. Very, very nice. As I said, link to his channel in the description, so go give that a look. Definitely worth giving him a subscriber and taking a look and maybe liking some of these videos. But, you know, unfortunately he does get killed fairly soon, but still, shooting down a helicopter, 10 ground targets, 4 base caps, as well as, not 4 base caps, 5 base caps, sorry, as well as getting an assist. Definitely not a bad game, and unfortunately he does now get killed. And that's the only issue with SPGs, as I said, they can be easily knocked out and killed. Anyway though, thanks a lot for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like on the video. Maybe even subscribe to the channel. If you do, that would be very much appreciated. There are links in the description to my Patreon, Live.War Thunder profile, and my Discord server, so go give them a look. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.